Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. This month is about to end, my people. It's almost, oh my God, the 15th. So before we wake up next time, it will be what? The September the 31st. I mean, September the 30th. Welcome, welcome to the program. We are absolutely happy to have you guys here. It's with great joy that we show up every Saturday to connect with our people and talk about things that are happening out there and how it impacts our lives. So please join us. Begin to help us to share, like, subscribe. Do not be discouraged. Work is going around. We get enough feedback to know that our people are engaged on a daily basis. So don't be discouraged. Continue to do what you can for your neck of the woods, and we'll get this work done. Welcome. I'll allow my sister to introduce herself.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, our viewers. Thank you, the early birds that are already here logged in. And those that are seeing us for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And thank you, all of you, for being part of this great community of truth and common sense. It is our goal here to see Africa and Africans free and better. And we are working so hard to achieve that. So please help us promote this work by subscribing to our two YouTube channels. Of course, we have Facebook also, Doctors of Truth 1 and 2. And then going forward, we want to reduce our live shows. We want to reduce our live shows
Oh my gosh.
coming up.
Sorry.
Going forward, we want to reduce our live shows to twice a month instead of 4 times a month. This will give us time to build up these channels that we mentioned and make them better and have better reach. And so that as the political and religious criminals plan to deceive our people once again, we will be here stronger, better, and ready to guide the indigenous peoples and nations towards self-determination and complete decolonization. Please, you are invited to be part of this growth and movement. Help us to subscribe. Share the two YouTube videos, the YouTube channels to your friends, family, and colleagues, and comrades, of course. So please make them to subscribe. If you come in and you see, because sometimes they will try to knock people off. If you see they've knocked you off, please go back, subscribe again, keep subscribing until they stop knocking you off. We want to grow this channel and make sure that more and more people see the videos. We have over 1,000 videos, and the days ahead is going to be hot. We don't want our people to be without information. We don't want what happened with is it some of these fake freedom fighters to happen again, because people those that heard us heard and left. Those that didn't hear stayed there until their lives were taken from them. That's the same thing that is going to happen with this political season. They are going to take out the lives of some people. That we know. And that's why we don't want that to happen to you. We don't want that to happen to indigenous people. That's why we're coming here to give you accurate information. We are here. We want to make it better. We want to make it stronger. And together we will do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So we'll play the music while we share to different platforms, and then we'll come back and start the show. All right. Thank you so much. Please continue to help us to share and get this information across. Again, welcome to the program. You must have seen the topic of the day, which we know some of our people may be hiding under the bed right now because Jesus, you are touching their God. Who are you talking about here? And we want to use today to let you guys know there's a difference between your spirituality as from your religious psychosis. Those two things are total different things. One, someone is using to make money, someone is using to brainwash you. The other one is that innate feeling in you to do right, that innate feeling in you not to see another human being suffer, that innate feeling in you for you to fight for others, to fight for the truth. The other one is you're just protecting a brand, just a total brand name. So it goes well with our topic today, religious psychosis, a major obstacle to complete decolonization of Africa. Brothers and sisters, as well as anyone who is seeking the truth. Africa stands today as a continent rich in history, drenched in resilience, and glowing with the promise of tomorrow. But yet, despite decades of political independence, the chains of colonialism still rattle loudly in our homes, in our schools, and even in our languages, and most dangerously in our minds. Among the most enduring shackles is what I call religious psychosis. This is the mental captivity that blinds us from within. It persuades us from understanding our God. It turns us more so to foreign gods, foreign doctrines, foreign systems, as though they were more authentic than our ancestral wisdom. So this is not a dismal of faith, for faith is as old as humanity itself. Rather, it is a call to examine how imposed religions were weaponized to fracture our unity, to erase our cosmologies, and to engineer obedience to colonial structures long after the colonizers lowered their flags. So when an African child kneels and prays for liberation while ignoring the tools of liberation already in in their hands, when communities worship in languages that are not even their own, when entire nations look to foreign doctrines to validate their humanity, then it's time for us to ask, are we truly free, or are we still colonized in the most intimate space of all, which is our mind? If political independence was the breaking of chains, then decolonization must be the cleansing of our soul. But how can Africa heal when her people remain trapped in a psychosis that glorifies the very system that enslaved them? So, as it stands, true decolonization cannot be measured by political sovereignty alone. It must penetrate deeper, addressing the soul of our people until Africa reclaims its spiritual and cultural sovereignty, until we confront the psychosis that blinds us to our own heritage. The dream of complete decolonization will remain unfinished. So today we'll confront this uncomfortable truth that until we are free from religious psychosis, complete decolonization will remain an unfinished revolution. So I will pull up the video of the day while my sister adds. Continue to help us to share as we wait for others to come in.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. It sets our minds and our brains to the conversation we have today. Remember, this is interactive, so during the show, we'll be bringing even comments from other people. So there was a video that made viral, that was viral. I mean, through the week. Of course, we know it's AI generated. It's not real. It's AI generated. However, the content is what our people are saying. It's our people that wrote it. It might not be the people they said it that said it. So in that video, it was talking about the difference between real Christianity and the colonial Christianity that was imposed upon Africans. My sister has already mentioned part of it at introduction. And he said that the colonizer used Christianity as a weapon of conquest. So it wasn't God they were bringing, it wasn't spirituality, it's conquest. They made our people to keep looking up to heaven for hope while they built their empires on earth. So whether Islamic faith, it's the agenda, they're telling people, kill people so that you go to heaven. On one hand, Islam is teaching our people, kill your brothers and sisters so that you go to heaven. On the other hand, Christianity is teaching our people, if they kill you, don't worry, you will die and go to heaven.
You'll escape and find yourself in heaven.
Yes. And then don't fight back because rapture is coming. I have to be rapture ready. So if they're about to cut you, don't worry. Get ready. You'll be raptured either way. So we are talking about religious psychosis. We are not saying that you should not identify with your maker. But like my sister said, business called religion is not spirituality. They make Christianity. They use Christianity. The Christianity they brought is corrupted by politics, slavery, colonialism, and oppression. And our people are saying we don't need that type of Christianity. We don't need that type of Islam. We don't need that of even traditional worship. Any worship, any religion that we have to make our people to be oppressed and colonized, either in their mind, politically, or otherwise, we don't want it. By the way, Christ that they are supposed to speak about in Christianity was a liberator, not oppressor. So we must remove colonial chains from our minds, like my sister said, not just from our ancestral homes. In the write-up, the person said, faith without action is empty. Prayer without justice is powerless. If your church or religion cannot save our people from hunger, cannot get our people to take back their land, our African farmers, to take back their land, then your religion is an entertainment. And my said, we don't want entertainment in Africa anymore. We don't want to be entertained. We want to be alive. We need truth. We need power, not entertainment. We need our people to be stronger, spiritually, physically, politically, economically. Be strong to deal with what is coming after them or what has been up against them for years. We want something that will make our people to be strong, not something that will make them passive, not something that will make them delusional, not something that will make them have mental illness. You are entertaining them while they are dancing, but their lands are being taken away from them. We don't want that. So colonial Christianity is all about building cathedrals and pastors and priests who steal the wealth and resources of indigenous people. We don't want it. That's what we're saying. So the video that my sister is about to pull up is the one from Osibanjo, because we know that they know the truth. But one side of their mouth, they will speak the truth. The other side of their mouth, they will lie because it's about money making. The politicians, the religious people, traditional rulers, all of them are together in this game. They are working for the colonial monsters. So the true gospel of Jesus Christ was based on ancient African culture and tradition, yes, of communal love, support, and harmony. As recorded in ancient scriptures, we have told you that that book you're carrying up and down, that the colonial monster called Bible, was not written by the colonial monsters. They cannot write a record. If you check, you see chronicles, you see books, you see the ancient people recorded how they move to their creator. Each person, about 42 authors in different lands, ancestral lands, indigenous lands, over 2,000 years ago, they recorded them. And we have told you on this platform, some of those things recorded in that thing, we can compare them with our culture in Igbo land. I don't know about your own. In Igbo land, our traditions and culture, if you check some of the recordings there, is the same. So it cannot be from the white man. The only thing the white man did was to corrupt it and use it to colonize the world. So we are playing this video. He's talking about how Christianity came in and brought light to Ndiocha, to white people, Germans, because those ones were living in darkness. Their culture was culture of evil. That's why it brought progress for them. However, they got it, stole it, manipulated it, and used it to colonize. My sister, are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you.
Pervasive influence of the gospel started with the Protestant Reformation in Europe, beginning in the 15th century. But it was the Puritans, and when I say the Puritans, I refer to a group of people who are described sometimes as the inheritors of the Reformation, whose teaching in Britain and later in Europe and then in America with the Pilgrim Fathers, inspired predominantly by the teachings of John Calvin, who was talking of the authority of Scripture, of disciplined Christian life, and the strong moral duty of the church in reforming society that was largely responsible for the transformation of the institutions of democracy, as well as the institutions of the marketplace. So first, we must acknowledge that it was the message preached on the pulpits that transformed lives and then societies. The message preached on the pulpits in those countries, in those nations of the world, that first transformed the lives of those who were Christians then, and then their societies. As scripture says in Romans 10, verse 17, so then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. It is the preachers of the gospel that hold the key to the transformative experience of the gospel. If the gospel is preached correctly, it will create renewed, regenerated men and women. And what is preached can be so powerful, whatever is preached, whether it is good or bad, can be so powerful that the Bible warns, take heed what you hear. Mark 4 verse 24. Because what you hear determines how you and who you become. Scripture says, as a man thinketh, so he is. Proverbs 23 verse 7.
Wow. Isn't that nice? I would love to. Do you guys have some money somewhere that I can steal for 4 years? When I finish, I will come on the pulpit and preach. Preach on, lady, preach on. Hopefully I won't lose my words where I won't know where I am because I'll be going where. Wow. Look at nwa Chineke. Ndike.
They behave as if our brain does not work, as if we forget. Like, I don't even know how they do this. My sister, do you know how they do it? How do they do this? That when they finish stealing from us, they will come boldly and start preaching righteousness to us. How do they do it?
It's
How
part
do,
of that religious psychosis, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. You have to be out of your mind to think that you will finish stealing from us and then you turn around and become the righteous man and start pointing at us and telling us story, cock and bull story of how Christianity entered nations and built them. Then suddenly, when he entered your own nation, he collapsed it. All the values that we held as peoples were destroyed. The more churches and the more mosques they built, the more our people perished. And you're not asking your question. So we're saying that the colonizers took our beautiful African culture and imposed their own devilish culture upon us in the name of Christianity. We've told you that Christianity is an extension of Roman Empire, while Islam is an extension of Arabic Empire.
Yep.
These two,
Nothing more, nothing less.
nothing less. These two evil are the two sides of the same coin. Colonialism. They are not bringing religion, God to you. They are not bringing spirituality to you. Rather, they took the culture of the indigenous people, the values, our core values. In my culture, we'll talk about Onyaga na one year, Obi one year. The things that held us together, made us to support one another, build things for each other. They took all those for themselves and imposed their evil colonial Christianity, colonial Islam upon us, which is nothing but European and Arabian culture of selfishness, greed, and hatred. It did not do us any good. You can see, do you need anybody to tell us that it has not done us any good? Can't you see it? So we'll play a second one. It's just clip of the show that he went for, because as far as we are concerned in the show, he said, okay, let me read what he said. He said, miracle money gospel undermining Nigeria's development, says Osibanjo.
They
Eureka!
should say Pastor Osiba. Remember, he's a
Oh,
pastor.
yes, Pastor, former Vice President Osibanjo. Suddenly he wakes up. Miracle money's gospel. That's the gospel on that talks about miracle money that is undermining Nigeria's development. Like, are you kidding me? What is this man high on? You just know. Now you realize. Do we want to remind you? Please, our people, go and dig out this man's videos of all the atrocities he has committed, right from Lagos, and begin to throw it, let it go viral. Now you know what is, now you are talking. But when people were playing your dangerous, evil political game that we are playing in 2014, 2015, you didn't know what was ahead. You coming ahead. We will play another video for you. Just for you to know that these people know the truth. But they chose to keep lying to our people. Are you able to find it?
So for some reason, it's playing the same thing like the
Yeah,
last.
it looks the same, but it's different. It's different section of it's the same show. They had the same event, so it was cut different. It looked the same, but it's a different. This next one is different content. You know what he was saying was different, but they look alike.
Right.
If you
So
find it,
when I click the video, it's saying the something. Okay, let's see.
there's a second one.
Yeah,
One, if you click
one
one,
is
and then second one. But if you don't find it, it's fine. We'll move.
okay. Now
It's
it's
the show that he went for with Bishop Okonkwo, where they gather themselves because that's all they do: do birthdays, celebrate marriage, celebrate anniversary. Why our people are destroyed by bandits and kidnappers. So that's the job. That's what they're doing because they're all partners. Like what we tell you people, the politicians, the religious leaders, the rulers, misrulers, traditional misrulers, they're all together in this game. Okay, let's listen.
Influence of the gospel started with the Protestant Reformation in Europe, beginning in the
Okay,
15th century. Started with the Protestant.
is yeah, it's the same thing for some reason. I don't know if the person took it down, but it's playing the same thing.
okay, let me see if I can play here. Sorry, hold on. It's just a bit of what he said. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can. Hold on.
Adding value to resources, building wealth gradually through consistent effort. So the meaning of the power to get wealth, as is contained in Deuteronomy 8 verse 18, is that God gives us the power of creativity and innovation to be productive as we work diligently. Now this unfortunately is contrary or the opposite of messages that we hear sometimes on our pulpits in Nigeria and many parts of Africa. Messages on miraculous wealth, messages on miracle money alerts, anointing for wealth, and various versions of the doctrine that donations or sowing seeds will automatically return as well. Now, these types of messages do not build economies or institutions. Rather, rather, they create a mindset that wealth will come by supernatural means, and they urge that we ignore the work and productivity, and that we focus on the miraculous. That, of course, is no way to build nations. And that is why the gospel that transformed other nations economically and transformed societies economically is powerless to do the same if we preach the gospel in the wrong way. Second, the preachers of the Reformation preached that every type of work, every legitimate occupation was a calling through which God accomplishes his purposes. So their message was that serving God was not necessarily being a full-time pastor or church worker. Whatever your occupation was, so long as it was done faithfully as unto God. Martin Luther, for example, held that what seemed or is described as secular occupations are misnomer, such as farming, trading, engineering, accounting, or teaching, or even household chores. He said that they are seen by God as praise to him when done faithfully, and that they represent an obedience which is well pleasing to God. So the preachers of the gospel also emphasized honesty and integrity in every aspect of life. The church in Germany, for example, had a catechism on the Ten Commandments, which was taught regularly. So, for example, the commandment, thou shalt not steal, was broken down into various practical implications. So, if you're an employee and you use your employer's time for your own benefit, you're stealing because you are being paid and not working for your pay. And they give a practical example. They say, even if you leave work to attend a church service without the permission of your boss, you're stealing because you are getting paid without working. So taking money that does not belong to you, yes. No wonder the average German worker developed a strong work ethic and strong values of integrity. John Calvin, who established his ministry in the very important business and trading city of Geneva in the 16th century, he preached that honest and fair trading practices were important in glorifying God. So he preached to the congregations in
Yeah. At least they are owning up that it was what they started teaching our people that destroyed our people. But what he's saying, okay, sorry, let me read what's because we read comments, see what this person said to him. Because no matter how they lie and pretend not to know, my people will say, like, how did we get to where we are? How did we arrive at this place where, like, like this? How did we get here? So people are here to remind them what happened. So this person says, Adeboye Efwini or something says, talk is cheap. He was there from the spiritual point of view. Okay. He said he was there from the spiritual point of view. He said, I did not feel the impact of what he is preaching now. Okay, let me take it again. He said, talk is cheap. He was there. From the spiritual point of view, I did not feel the impact of what he's preaching now. He was silent when he needed to be heard. And when we complained, we were told he wanted to stoop to conquer. Another person says, Osibanjo speaking facts. Our church is speaking facts. Our churches collect tithes, but don't question sources. We've normalized corruption, even in God's house. So, our people, these people are criminals. That's just what we're saying. We're not playing this for you to think that they are noble people. They are criminals. When they want your vote, when they want you to do what, to patronize their business, whether they are standing as pulpit bandits or political bandits, they will do as if they are deaf and dumb. They will promise heaven on earth. And when they finish promising something they know they cannot deliver, they will turn around and start preaching to you holiness and Bible.
Or maybe write you a morning prayer book for you to go and
Exactly.
buy.
Exactly. It cannot continue anymore. The only reason this is continuing, our people, is because you have allowed them to take you to the point that you have developed what we call religious psychosis. They have exposed you to religious trauma. You have been traumatized religiously. And now you have symptoms. You have developed a disease that is making you to be unable to stop these people that are inflicting pain and sorrow on you.
Serious pain.
And you're following them. As they lead you, you're following them because you're mentally ill. And we can cure this disease today. So on one side, as Christians are busy pointing fingers and brainwashing our people more and more and laughing as if they're in a casino, as if they are no, it's not as if they're in showbiz. It's showbiz, so they're entertaining themselves. It's time for entertainment. As our people are being massacred, these ones are entertaining themselves. On the side, Christians are entertaining themselves. The Muslims are busy bringing in and paying bandits to come in and chop off your heads. This is El-Rufai. Listen to him. Just listen.
I will not do, okay, is to pay bandits, give them monthly allowance, or send food to them in the name of non-kinetic. It's nonsense. We are empowering bandits.
It's both crazy and sad how Nigeria's political
Continue.
class treats its citizens. Take Monsieur El-Rufai, for example.
Okay, it's chopping.
He recently went on Channels TV with Seun Okenbaloy and blasted the APC for paying bandits. But let's not forget, this same El-Rufai once defended the very same policy as governor, even insisting it was the only solution.
And yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill
Okay, maybe I'll play it here so that it can make sense. Should I go ahead?
Yes, because
I
it's
will not do, okay, is to pay bandits, give them monthly allowance, or send food to them in the name of non-kinetic. It's nonsense. We are empowering bandits.
It's both crazy and sad how Nigeria's political class treats its citizens. Take Monsieur El Rufai, for example. He recently went on Channels TV with Seun Okenbaloy and blasted the APC for paying bandits. But let's not forget, this same El Rufai once defended the very same policy as governor, even insisting it was the only solution.
And yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you, we need to kill our people. We're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, you should give us.
And that's the problem.
wow.
We rely on our silence and short memory. We must start holding them accountable for both their words and their actions. Because as long as we allow tribalism and party loyalty to blind us, Nigeria will keep sliding further down this dangerous path.
So while the Christian pastors and priests are busy brainwashing and stealing from the indigenous peoples, the Muslim elites are busy importing and paying bandits to kill the indigenous peoples and take over their ancestral lands. And they keep lying. On Monday, they will say one thing. On Tuesday, they will say another, deceiving the people. Why they it's like merry-go-round. But we are saying these are symptoms of religious psychosis. If you do not have religious psychosis, they will not be doing these things to you. They are playing your mind because you allowed yourself to develop this mental illness. Be patient, please. Follow us with this conversation because at the end, we will show you, we will teach you, we will explain to you how to come out of this loop. This loop, this religious loop that they put everybody. We will show you because on this platform, we don't come here to lament or just talk about problems. When we point out problems, we will point out the solution. And it will help us to continue with the campaign that we are running to free our people, to make Africa a better place, to completely decolonize Africa. So as people's minds are getting destroyed through religion, politicians are stealing every single wealth they can lay their hands on with no one there to challenge them. That's the next video we're going to play. You will look at it by yourself, you will see. So they're partners. When we tell you people that they're partners, the religious people, their own assignment is to destroy the minds of our people so that everybody is mentally ill. We will give you the symptoms as we continue. Why they're doing that? The politicians are stealing. As they steal, because they will share with the religious traditional misrulers. So let's continue, please. Thank you.
There are few like me that are not. All the people who are in this country, they make government money. This one never got government money. They stole government money. Everybody you see today who say they are billionaires, they have this, they have that. In 1997, 98, they are nowhere. Zero. Ask them. Zero. You don't want to get angry. Any day I get angry, I will call my names. We were there last night. I told you, I said, stop using of dollar. Let us see how they will. Because they have no business. Let them stop using of dollar. They are stealing money and changing to dollars. They pack dollars in their house. How can the economy be well? It's not possible.
Rike. So this is pathetic. Even the chief of stealing himself, the chairman of the stealing club, is now calling out other armed robbers. Wow. And we're telling you guys until we begin to stay away from this religious psychosis, because that's what it is. And I'll give you guys a powerful example. I have a very good friend who is Muslim. They came to my house one day and we were having a conversation. I don't know how we went into religion, come and see fire in my house. Everybody flared up. That's when because even though some of you don't want to accept that you have it, I did have it because I was busy. And then I realized, I said, this is someone that I love. This is someone that cares for me. This is someone that I care for. How did I allow Allah and Christ to come and put fire in our midst. My dear, took control. From that day on, I said, no more. I even called her and I sat her and I said, do you realize that this is a division too? Did you see how we came out for each other's neck? Though we love each other on a daily basis, when these two things came out, we were willing to tear down the house over this. And she even recognized that. Guess what? We made a pact. Both of us said, no more. No more are we going to allow something that some empire created for their own benefit. Because as we are talking, they are busy brainwashing our brothers on the other side, and they're busy brainwashing us on this other side. And we are, every time we bring about things in terms of religion, people will lose their minds. That is the goal. They have achieved their goals. And what we are saying is that it's time for us to accept what has impacted us. This thing has drained our brain health. It can cause you to disown your brothers and your sisters. Remember, for years, that these churches will tell us, oh, don't talk to your cousin. Oh, if you're coming home, don't tell your cousins you're coming home. They will come for you. Oh, don't give them your clothes. They will use it for voodoo. Oh, cut down the trees in front of your house, because they totally like had us distrusting each
My
other.
dear, parents did not attend their children's wedding because of religion.
I forgot that one. Right. Parents did not attend their children's wedding because of religion. Wives or daughters were left without husbands because of religion. Can't you guys see that we need to return back to who we are? What our ancestors did, Igwebike, Onyahala Nwanne, that we must do the right things all the time in order for our family to be together. And by the way, it's time, because some of you that want to Americanize yourself and think you can do this life alone. I'm warning you now. You cannot do it alone. Neither can you do it with your pastor. You can do it with your families. You can do it with your communities. You cannot write life alone. There was a data that came out here in a so-called America, right? The land of milk and honey. These criminals told us that loneliness is causing Alzheimer's, dementia. These people are dying because of loneliness. And they paid them a whole lot of dollars to do this research. That's how much money people will waste to go and do the research and come and be publishing it and saying, oh, it's causing dementia. Are you guys mad? Did God created us to be lonely in the first place? You guys set this up. You set up this mess in the name of your democracy and your whatever you guys are doing. You set this me, myself, and I agenda up. And now people are unaliving themselves. There's a commercial running here every 15 minutes. Oh, call your neighbor every 15 minutes. People are unaliving themselves. Oh, it's time that you check on your neighbor. Get to know your neighbor's name. Well, you guys told us your neighbors is your enemies, or your neighbors are your enemies. Psychosis, y'all. Psychosis. If you drop religion, I was telling someone the other day about this social. I called somewhere and they were like, oh, what is your name? What is your data? What is your religion? I said, I don't have religion. Say, by the way, if I'm about anything, say it's love. Say, my language is love. I will love everybody that I see that comes my way. So if we begin to think from that realm, that is no longer religion, it's no longer, oh, Jesus Christ, and then one day more. Just be a nice person Sunday through Sunday. Do unto others like you like to be done to you Sunday through Sunday. Love one another. My sister gave me a good example the other day. She said, even if you have a neighbor, you went to the market, you left your clothes outside, it's raining, your neighbor wasn't there, you didn't even know they are not home, but you looked around and you know nobody's coming for that clothes, and you run outside and get that clothes and put it away for that neighbor to come home. And when they come, because you know you don't want them to be anxious that somebody stole it, you immediately run up to them and say, brother, sister, I got your clothes for you. That's what our ancestors did. But if you are barbering through the night, oh, you're not that cute. Nobody's coming for you.
No.
Hunger in the land. Nobody's thinking about you. Cha cha cha. So do not assign yourself the kind of important that you're not. You are not that important for me to go to bed at night and start thinking about you. You're not. We must emancipate ourselves from the religious psychosis. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, my dear. Help us pull up the symptoms. I think it's like there's a clip so that as we're explaining, because we'll break it down for us as we're saying, religious psychosis. Some people might look and say, "Oh, okay, I don't have it. Yeah, sorry, Allah Nahayim, I'm fine. I'm okay."
Our brother King of the Game said in Anambra, the Anglicans had to fight to be included in government. Okay, look at that. He
Exactly.
still didn't make the state function better.
Hmm.
And then he went further to say the churches are polling units. The
Yes.
religious leaders rig them for those who pay them the
The
most.
most.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. That's
Thank
what's
you.
going on. That's what has been going on. These people have us on a hamster wheel.
I'm
There's this
telling you.
thing in a lab here, right? So in order for them to keep the rats healthy, they put them in a hamster wheel, and this rat will be spinning this hamster hamster wheel on a day's end, thinking they're doing something, and all they're doing is just wearing themselves out. That's what this whole current dispensation that we find ourselves in is doing. They have us looking at all other things except for them, the religious leaders, because they work together, the politicians, they are all together, the traditional rulers, anyone that is not asking, being serious on how we can find jobs for our younger ones, get them to a place where they'll be able to get married and settle down and have the next generation, that person is a criminal. They have nothing for you. Even can I have this guy now? This guy that we just played this video, the short man, Ojo Zokano. He's busy calling other people criminals when we know what he did in Imo State when he was the governor of Zirabia State. And he's saying, "Oh, if you piss me off, I will begin to call names." Yeah, as long as your name is number one, then we'll allow you to add the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5. I will pull up the next video.
Sorry,
As,
before
oh,
the video,
the definition,
there are
yes.
pictures. Yeah, there are pictures first, because when we here we show you. So you see some pictures that we just clip, we gather some picture clips for you to see that they're together. You see the mix in the pot where they have mixed everybody. They are all together. The only person not on that table is you. You, the indigenous person. You, the people listening to us. You are the only person not in the meeting. You are not invited. You are not on the table. Meanwhile, the resources that is being shared belongs to you. Belongs to you. But this is pictures. Just those pictures. Is a clip of pictures. Just or anywhere I pull it up, just the pictures. I will talk on it as we are as they're running. It just clips. I will just explain to them the people on the pictures. No,
Oh,
before the religious, like pictures, human beings.
I think I've seen it.
Okay, of course. See that? See Buhari. See Adeboye. You see Osibanjo. You see them, but they just run through. They just. Well, I'm not talking much on them. You see, that is a good luck and Adeboye. He pray for good luck. He pray for
Kneeling down for somebody that you're better than. Can you imagine that?
exactly,
Taking
exactly,
your power from you. You are
exactly.
kneeling down for someone that you are better than.
Exactly. Look at that Adeboye that looks like what I don't know. That is Osibanjo inside church praying. Next one. Next one, please. See, 50 million, because it's not only in Africa, it's everywhere. Everywhere we are. 60 million human trafficking scheme. This is pastor and his colleague. $50 million. Nobakwa naira. $50 million. This one happened in America. He just got arrested, but they just put through. Human trafficking. See, Tinubu and Macron, all of them, the colonizers, the politicians, all of them are the same. They're together. Are we done with the pictures?
Let's see.
Just, okay, this is one in the church. You go to church to go and pray for visa. You see that one, a tying wrapper of American flag inside church, trying to pray for people to have visa to go from Africa to America. Meanwhile, the buildings, the factories, the industries that we have, people have converted them to churches. Then the people will now come with American flag to be prayed for so that they get visa to go to America. Religious psychosis. Aroka. That's what my people called it. My people called it aroka. Once you just start behaving a particular way, the same manner, aroka upon here. On a aroka. So before this one, let me look at the one you put up before, please. This religious psychosis, the summary. This is the breakdown. So we are trying to break down the symptoms. Okay, thank you. Religious trauma symptoms. Google it. And like we tell you, anything we teach you here, if you Google, you get more information. Information is at the tip of your hands now. It's not like when we didn't have information. It's a poor critical thinking skills. So over time, as you're following these people in this their religious nonsense, over time, you won't be able to think critically anymore. And as singing the like they're pointing facts to you, you won't be able to coordinate because
You don't have a job. You begin to think it's your stepmother in the village that is doing it for you.
exactly.
You not to get a job.
Exactly. So you stop making sense. Difficulty making decision. If you can make sense, how can you make decision? Decreased sense of self-worth. So you begin to lose yourself. You begin to lose your identity. Difficulty building strong relationships. We have our marriages and families collapsing. We can see that happening. Women will honor their pastors more than their husbands. Then when their husband, yeah, go ahead.
No, I said all the time, every time.
Yes. And when the man goes out to marry a second wife, they will start shouting, demon has attacked me. But you were spending all your time with your pastor, sleeping with your pastor. How demonic are you that you think that my brother will not look for a woman that will make him happy? Are you out of your mind? Children, they cannot raise. See what is happening on social media. Our small children are busy fighting, beating their fellow children, small children that should be in secondary school and primary school. What are they fighting? Boyfriend, this one. Serious fight. You will ask yourself, where are the parents of these children? Of course, I forgot. They're inside church. They are doing prayer warrior and doing a night vigil.
Or maybe they're asleep from staying up all night to bind out all the evil people.
Exactly. So sleeping issues. We are talking about the symptoms of religious trauma. These people have exposed our people to religious trauma. We are talking about everyone. Islam, Christianity, traditionalists, all of them. These are fake religion. Our people will begin to have sleeping issues, struggling with fitting in and belonging, because you can't belong anymore. Arab go now. How can you belong when you're mad?
Remember when in Islam, the ones that don't go to church with them are infidels, and
exactly.
Then in Christianity, the ones that don't go to church with you are the ones that are coming after you at night while you're sleeping. Exactly. They are the ones that are trying to take your destinies. They are the ones that are trying to, like, you can't be in the same place with them because now you are a Zionist. You won't want the Zion, win this rest. And this one is Lonyobo. Like, what the hell? What is the relationship between a Zionist and someone from the village?
No relationship. So you can't fit in anymore. You begin to have nightmares. They are chasing me, or they are chasing me. Oh my, you begin to see your neighbors chasing you with machete in the night. It's the religious psychosis. In Awara. It's not your neighbor chasing you. It's not anybody. You are mentally ill. Anxiety and depression symptoms. Grief symptoms. We are talking about the symptoms that you will have because you have been exposed to this religious psychosis. Trauma. You have been traumatized. They have traumatized you.
To the point that all they're thinking is how to escape. Exactly. How do I escape and get raptured into a land built with gold? You know, what's holding on my escape route? When am I going to be taken out of this wicked world and take me to a place where...
Yes, rapture is coming. 23 of September is coming. 10 days away. 10 days away, you'll be raptured away. I guess you. Hey, God, please now. Whatever should come and take these people away, because we need sanity. Whatever that is rapturing you should rapture you away. We need to fix our land. So our people, imagine in a mix, in a space where you have this mix, this thing that we just showed you, a mix of colonialism, neo-colonial structures and systems, political puppets, religious extremism. What do we expect? Is it not chaos? It's chaos and psychosis now, madness. The Muslims say that this Sharia law, this retrogressive law called Sharia law, that bans people from eating pork, meat, and drinking alcohol if they want. This Sharia law that cuts children's hand off that they stole bread, why they leave the politicians stealing billions? They will stone women to death. Why they leave the man that is sleeping with them? They say that they will be governed by this Sharia law. Is it not madness? Christians on their own side are destroying our ancient medicinal trees and herbs in the name of chasing wizards and witches and demons. They replace industries and factories with church auditoriums and cathedrals. And then tomorrow they say there's unemployment. Is it not madness?
Ooh, ooh.
Is it not madness?
You will be 50 cathedrals in one village. No industry anywhere in sight. None.
I'm telling you.
And people will be contributing their hard-earned monies to build even more cathedrals when there's nothing that is giving on any type of employment around the region. And our people are okay. And when we tell you that you're suffering from psychosis, now you begin to say, oh, you look at what they're saying. Tell me the difference between Onyara that is doing something that is not working and you keep doing it, and then someone that is trying to do otherwise. Your children don't have jobs, but you're busy building cathedral. Oh, I forgot. That's the place they will come and rapture you on September 23rd. Okay, carry on.
Our people are so conflicted. Conflicting emotions, conflicting personality, conflicting statements, conflicting thoughts, conflicting feelings. It's somebody calling. Are we getting it? It's like somebody wants to. Is it me or who?
Somebody is calling. Let's see.
Is it calling into the show?
Morning. We are on a show. Do you want to add to the topic?
Yeah, look like you called my phone.
Okay. So our people are so conflicted everywhere, in everything. They don't even know who they are anymore. So we are saying it's important to be mindful of the potential mental health risk associated with religion. This religious psychosis that we're saying is not a joke. Religious psychosis occurs when an individual's belief becomes distorted, leading to dangerous and irrational conclusions about the world around them. In a gonna make sense to you. When you look at things will not make sense to you anymore. This is why the original Federal Republic of Nigeria and other progressive countries chose to be secular. They say that they don't want to have religion, like no state religion, because that's what our ancestors were doing before. Religion was a personal thing. Your spirituality, our people will say, Onye na chia. You and your God, you and your, whatever you want to do in your home, fine. But not as a state. The original Republic of Nigeria that our people agreed on, they said, no state religion. Leave it out of what we're doing. But what happened? Obasanjo and his masters smuggled in Sharia law into the 1999 constitution, the unitary constitution, making Nigeria an Islamic country. Yes, hear it from us. By that thing that they did, because Nigeria was supposed to be a secular country, but they smuggled in Sharia law into 1999. Go and look for it. Nigeria constitution has the duality. And no nation can function like that. Monday is this, Tuesday is it. You cannot. So by reason of what Obasanjo allowed them to do, Nigeria is an Islamic country, thereby destroying the secular system the people had agreed on. As a result, the owners of the Islamic Republic of Nigeria are now fighting to claim the entire space. That is why people are being slaughtered on a daily basis. Why politicians are busy preparing for 2027 election. Of course, that's the only thing that matters to them. That's the only thing that they care about. Nevertheless, the indigenous ethnic nations have rejected any Nigeria that is based on this Islamic Unitary 1999 Constitution. We can't be lying to ourselves. Any nation that will be acceptable to us, the indigenous people, must be a secular nation. A nation that has no state religion. That's how it is in America. That's how it is in other countries where they are moving forward. Once you put religion in the mix, like my sister said, people are crazy about their religion because that's how these religions were set up. Whether Islam, Christianity, they've been set up to make you mad. They've been set up to make you go mental. So you cannot put it in politics. You can't put it in anything that you're doing. Anytime it becomes an issue in any entity you're building, know that there will be chaos. So that's why the indigenous peoples rejected Nigeria based on 1999 Constitution. Because one, we are not supposed to have state religion. Two, life must be held sacrosanct. But these two aspects have been violated. The nation we said we were about to build, these two things have been violated. So we do not have a union anymore. We are done with the fake colonial religion that divides and conquers us. You must start looking at people as who they are, their identity, their original identity, not their religion. Our ancestors are not people, they are not demonic. We are a reflection of our ancestors. Yes, we are a reflection of our ancestors. So it's time for us to go back to our ancient roots, go back to our culture, the community of love and support. We did it before. It's not white man that taught us. It's not Christianity. It's not Islam. None of those things, they didn't mean well for us. Our ancestors knew how to live together, how to support one another. That is what we are going back to. That is what we are calling our people to go back to. A comment came in. It says, how religious psychosis appears today. Dependence on foreign prophets over local wisdom. Okay? Belief that poverty is divine. Is divine will instead of structural. Rejection of indigenous languages. Rejection of indigenous names. Some people will answer Frank Edward, King David,
Or
uh, uh, uh,
Champion Rose.
Champagne, Abraham Wells. You hear all sorts of things that takes you away from the roots, your roots, where you came from.
Or you can answer Sinach.
Oh,
I'll
spinach,
snatch you.
spinach. Mm.
I will snatch you, girl. I will snatch you.
So rejection of indigenous languages. No, you're not speaking your language anymore. You have to speak the colonial language.
You live in Nigeria, your children can't speak Igbo. Ah, kupuru no
Exactly.
go na. Ị ọfụma.
Very good.
ọfụma.
Rejection of your indigenous names and practices in favor of the imported ones. You will reject your indigenous food that are healthy and begin to buy cancer-causing ones, GMOs. The ones that they sealed, that
Or
travel
even
3
begin
months.
to buy or selling your soul so you can be able to purchase it.
Exactly. Exactly. These are all signs of religious psychosis. And there are 8 ways that we saw. We say ways to recover from religious psychosis. First, create healthy boundaries in relationships. Like my sister said, you decide that, see, you, my husband, my brother, my sister, religion will not be on the table of conversation.
Nope. Nope.
We will set boundaries. Say, you know what? We are not discussing religion. We will discuss what will promote us. If you're Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, we will discuss what will promote us as human beings. We will begin to set healthy boundaries. When to go to church, when not to go to church, when to be with your families, when to sleep, when to go and work and make money. It is your responsibility. You must begin to do that. That is how you begin to recover. Identify your hopes for the future. Stop living, stop being delusional. Be real. Put things on the ground that make sense. My people say aka aja aja na-eme ọnụ mmanụ mmanụ. That means when you work, money comes. If you need money, go get a job. Pastors, go get a job. Stop duping our people. If you don't have a skill, go learn a skill and get either business, get trading, or whatever. That is how you make money. We're talking about ways you can recover from religious trauma. Seek support through therapy. There are some of you that you have gone too far. You actually need official treatment. You will need a therapist to sit down with you. If all these things were remunerated, you are seeing it in your life. You and your husband, your husband or wife, your spouse, you are fighting over going to church or not going to church. Your husband said, please, my dear, I need you to spend time. He said, no, my pastor is calling me. I have to go and meet my pastor. So that means
Please,
you're
brothers
putting...
and sisters, if you are going through such challenge, call me. I have 7 wives, 7 good ones, he said, for you. Total
Yes, we need to
replacement.
begin to be
By the
practical.
time she comes back from church, her one will be on the outside for her, and the new wife, the one with sense, with ancestral wisdom,
Yes.
will be in your household. So if any of you is having any of those challenges, contact the Daughters of Truth. We have proper wife for you. Let the pastor keep that trash.
Yes.
That they call wife. They can keep that one. We are moving on. Go ahead, my sister.
And we're not joking, our brothers. We see your pain. We'll get calls. You people lament to us. So we're not playing these games with women anymore. Go to church and sleep with your pastors. Go there. Go and be with him. Let him sleep with you. We are going to get wives for our brothers and uncles. We will get wives that are ready to be wives for them. All you can do is stay on social media and lament. We don't care. While you are lamenting, our brothers will be enjoying life and be happy that he has a wife. You can go and meet your pastor.
Eating ancestral food, not olive oil.
Exactly. So please, we are not playing with this. We are talking of how to recover. We are giving you opportunity to learn how to recover. If you refuse to recover, then action will be taken. So seek support through therapy. If you see that you are manifesting any of these symptoms we are mentioning, please go and seek for therapy, for treatment. They will guide you out of it. Know that you are not alone. Of course, we are not saying that we're not empathetic with what our people have been through. We are not saying that. So we know that people have been through a lot and they use religion to colonize our people. But we are here to assist. But you have to be willing to receive help. You are a man or a woman suffering from religious psychosis. Contact us. We will help you. We will guide you where to get help. This is real because it's a major obstacle to the decolonization campaign that we are running, to the self-determination campaign that we are running. That is why we are holding it. So contact us, we guide you, and then you begin to live the life. However, if your spouse does not want to move forward, I beg, come. We will remarry you. You will divorce and remarry properly, like our ancestors used to do. Or if you don't want to divorce, you want to marry a second one, that is okay. Monogamy, polygamy is our culture. But it's individual decision. It's
Funny
different
thing that
families.
you brought up that our ancestors, yes, our ancestors used to marry, divorce, come home and marry again.
Yes.
There's nobody, there is nothing wrong with that. Nobody is stopping it. Is this criminal church empire? They are busy sleeping with your wife, trying to get her pregnant, telling you to stay there. And you have even caught them on top of your wife, and they still want you to stay there because that's what God wants for you.
That's a lie.
We're saying
that's a lie.
It's a lie.
We're playing this video now
to leave.
just to help our people understand more what we're saying about culture, your culture, and And this video does not belong to us. We give credit to whoever that made it. Beautiful work. Thank you.
Straight. Religion is what you believe. Culture is how you live. But today we're mixing the two and we're losing ourselves. They say, I'm not cultural, I'm Christian. Or I don't need culture,
I
I'm
don't.
Muslim. As if being Yoruba is a sin. But hear me well. Religion is not your root. Culture is. You met religion. You were born into culture. Culture raised you, taught you how to sit, how to eat, how to marry, how to bury. Religion came later, to shape your spirit, but culture shaped your path. Now we wear turbans and collars, but we've removed the fabric of our own identity. Our people pray loud, but don't know how their own ancestors survived war. They speak in tongues, but can't speak their mother tongue. They dress modestly, but they undress their minds from truth. We built altars, but forgot how we once built communities. We now think culture is evil, because we don't know the difference between a shrine and structure. Look around. What religion could build a town without culture? What belief can last without a way of life behind it? No, culture is not your enemy. It is your foundation. And until we return to it, we will keep raising spiritual people with no identity. You've become a hybrid of confusion. Too foreign to be African, too African to be accepted abroad, too blind to know the difference. Let me say it plain. Your religion will not save your identity. And without identity, even your faith becomes imitation. If your religion makes you ashamed of your name, of your language, of your origin, then you're not worshiping God. You're worshiping your oppressor's memory. Because before the holy books, we had dignity, we had community, we had balance. You cannot kill culture and expect your soul to remain alive. The Yoruba way is not against God. It is against forgetfulness. So don't just lift your hands in worship. Make sure your feet still remember where they stand. Because the day you delete your culture is the day you become a stranger to your own blood. I am Yoruba first, before any religion, before any title, before any system that taught me to be ashamed of where I come from. And don't get it twisted. You can be a better Christian, you can be a better Muslim, and still be proudly Yoruba. Do not sell your land because of religion. Do not sell your people because of belief. If your pastor or your alpha tells you that your culture must die, say no. Say, our home is peaceful because we stand. Yoruba is not confusion. Yoruba is a way of life. So now, go to every TikTok, every Facebook video, every reel, every short. Type, I am Yoruba first. Do this for 10 videos. Let it flood the comment section. Let it echo through the feeds.
Wow.
Let it
Quite powerful indeed.
Yes.
Right. So yes, they are Yoruba first and we are Igbo first. And that
Yes.
comes first. So our allegiance should always be about our people every time, all the time. That should win. Our allegiance should win over any religion, any money, any foreign god, any politician, anything like that. Our people comes first. And that's how you will make it. You will be like our ancestors told us. That's how we make it in a group. That's how we succeed. That's how we're able to have something that we are proud of, that we can pass on to the next generation. And it's not about abandoning who we are, wearing an American flag to the church so you can get visa to run off. Maybe this 3 days, if you think.
Thank you. We want to pull up a video, not the video, a picture of our brother, because we thought that this work we are doing, it has different branches. People are doing different things in different places, and we recognize what they're doing. Anybody that is doing the right thing that you're supposed to do, like, oh, you're doing what you're supposed to do, we will recognize it. We will say, okay, we will point it out. So it's our brother's, please, can you find the picture? It's our brother's birthday. So we're trying to pull his, we don't know his name, but we know his Facebook account. Yeah. So that's his Facebook account. Today is his birthday. These are the people that are working on. I'm trying to get what they call his this thing. It
He
says
looked like Michael Jackson before he turned into a monster.
so. They call it Igbo Buofu project. So they are getting the Ndi Igbo together through his work. Some people get to know. Yes, good one. People know that we have indigenous people in 13 states. Indigenous Igbo people in 13 states. Some people thought we have only indigenous Igbo people in 5 states. No, 13. And we know that even more. So that's the right thing. We say organize your people, all the ethnic nations. If you're Igbo, organize yourselves. If you're Idoma, Igala, Yoruba, Urobo, Efik, T, organize yourself. The only one that divided us is the white man. He came and balkanized Africa and balkanized all of us just to cause confusion. We don't want that confusion anymore. We want divide and rule to end. That's why we have to come together as our brother. And that's why we're recognizing the work this our brother is doing. He's so young and he's doing a good job. And because this group of the youths, we're having so much problem with the youth because of identity crisis.
Hmm.
Identity crisis is a major problem because it's coming from that religious psychosis that we're talking about. So if anybody that is helping our people to heal, we promote you on this planet, on this platform, in this community. Like my
Even,
sister said,
even in the planet itself, you can even.
yes, our religion is love. Our religion is humanity. Our religion is peace. Our religion is truth. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Live and let live. Ewe belu go belu. That's what our ancestors taught us. Before these colonizers came and began to make us to honor life ourselves in the name of which God? It's not possible. It's not possible that God will send you to take the life of anybody that he created. It's impossible. Anybody, no matter your religion, what you're doing is destroy property or destroy lives. You are not a child of God. You're not working for God. You are working for demons. And we're calling on our people to rise up and begin to hold these people accountable. In your families, in your community, in your society, anybody that is, what they're doing is to take the people's life out. No matter what reason, gather the rest of the people and stop that person. Because these evil people are not many in number. They are fewer. Our people will say, Omena nebuze ezioku. Arụ kwụsị. Arụ kwụsị n'ala Igbo. Arụ kwụsị n'ụwa. Go back to your roots. Discover who you are. Find your identity. And begin to live the life that you're supposed to live. So, of course, we will not stop except without bringing you where we are going and where we are with Nina's campaign. Because work is going on. Remember, we told you that it's parallel. Why the politicians and the criminals are receding? Because this is like, it's battle. But this type of battle, we are doing it differently. As we are proceeding with our information, our liberation messages and movements, because we are the owners of the land. We are the ones doing the right thing. As we are moving forward, the evil ones will be receding. We're moving backward. So it's a transition. The transition is on. And we're on the parallel. We are not with them. They're on one side. We are on one side. But we're going to win them. We are very committed to this work. So it says, if Nigerians choose to have 2027 national elections instead of transitioning now, even in 2025, transitioning where they will negotiate, okay, instead of transitioning where they will negotiate the change they want. So if Nigerians choose to go for 2027 national elections instead of transitioning, and that transitioning is now in 2025, not in 2027, not after, now, today, if you choose transitioning, where you can negotiate the change you want via constitutional reconstruction. If you reject this transition, if you don't understand that what you need is transitioning and decide to follow these political and religious criminals to 2027 national elections that they have already rigged, then, as in 2023 and even 2019, it means that you are putting the outcome of that your so-called election in the hands of the courts. And you know the courts that are already with APC. So if you put your hand, this thing you're doing, the outcome in the hand of courts, it means it's a guaranteed APC win. Do not say we did not warn you. It means guaranteed APC will win. Because the loser politicians, including P2B, we abide by the rules and go to court because that's what they will tell you.
Of course, my dear, he will change it. It's all I was basketball. That was football. It's a basketball game. If you lose, you go home.
Exactly. So, since the consequences of breaking the rules, instigating violence by not telling their supporters that they will be going to court and keep calm, would land them in trouble, including the risk of visa denial, travel ban by UK, by US, Canada, etc. So you see, you can make this change today. But if you pretend that you don't understand what we're saying and feel that you want to follow APC, follow Tinubu to 2027 election, and think that you have a chance, you don't have a chance. No matter how you gather yourself, Tinubu defeated you, not defeating you, stole your mandate while he was outside. He wasn't even. He was not. He was not a president. He was outside. He didn't have judiciary in his hand. He didn't have police. He didn't have all these things. He stole your mandate. Now that he's inside that Sorok, you think he will give you the mandate? Because they
Oh,
have to in mind. So Nina's wrote, Napel has set the stage for Nigeria, but Napel will be child's play because Nigeria itself is a disputed project. Pandemonium has set in amongst the proprietors of toxic Nigeria. We have seen this before. This is how 1966 came about. It was things like this happening that the military people, the young military officers, felt they wanted to do something to eliminate the corrupt politicians. But things went out of hand and millions died. So we have seen this before and we are going to that same place again. It's a crazy person that will make the same mistake twice. And that's why you say religious psychosis is a major obstacle to the self-determination that the people seek. Because that is what makes people to be sick in their mind, not seeing that if I go into this thing with these people, I stand no chance. So we are pleading with our people. Please continue to share, continue to subscribe. This movement is for you. And we are here and we will make sure that we get what we seek. The universe is with us. Heavens, every forces of nature is working with us. However, they are working against your politicians, against your criminal religious leaders, against your corrupt traditional rulers. It's only a question of time. The transition has begun and we are proceeding and we are moving. You will destroy yourselves, but our people will be free. Our lands will be liberated. All we seek is complete decolonization, and we will get it because we want a better life for our people. Thank you.
yep, nothing more, nothing less. So, religious psychosis, a major obstacle to complete decolonization of Africa. So, decolonization is not a single event, It is a lifelong struggle, which is also generational. Political flags may change, constitutions may be rewritten, but if the African mind remains governed by foreign gods and foreign values, then liberation is an illusion. We must understand religious psychosis is not simply about belief, it is about control. It is about how power shapes our identity, how doctrines suppress memory, and how the sacred was turned into a weapon to keep us small. So, as long as we refuse to reclaim the spiritual confidence of our ancestors, as long as we dismiss our own wisdom in favor of imported systems, African freedom will remain partial, fragile, and incomplete. But there is hope. So, for every generation that awakens, for every voice that dares to question, for every community that rediscovers its sacred roots, the chains weakens. The path forward is not to abandon our faith, but to purify it, to strip it of its colonial distortion, and reconnect it to the lifeblood of our soil. So let's be clear. Africa will not rise by technology alone, nor by economics alone. Neither would it rise by politics. Africa will only rise when our soul is free. And to free the African soul, we must heal from religious psychosis and reclaim the spiritual sovereignty that was stolen from us. Only then will decolonization be complete. So, brothers and sisters, it's a no brainer. We can do this work. We can begin this decolonization in your neck of the wood. Brothers and sisters, call them, let them know that we should not allow anyone to use any form of tools, any at all, to come in between us, especially when it comes to our unity. So begin to mend ways. If you have wronged your brothers and sisters, reach out to them, apologize, take the first step. Let's make this work. Let's stop leaving our enemies or making it sound like it's so hard for us to take back what was stolen from us. Until next week, brothers and sisters, remain safe. We will see you then. Do not find yourself in the bosom of religious psychosis. Take care. Bye-bye.